think that's us ready to go back to the car. I'm going to take the HVAC system off because we need to get to that big bottom connector in there, and we'll cover up the buttons from the side of the original unit. So we will, and we'll keep this and we'll get that wrapped up and put away just so we don't damage anything in case we need to put that back in again. So what I've done, I've taken the HVAC panel off, taken 2 screws out of here to take the CD player out. Like so, there's quite a lot of cables behind there. And I'm trying to just get some room in here to get these wee cables fed through. Maybe try from the other side. So I've got this one, which I think's the 4G antenna. I'll put a wee bit of red tape on that because both of them have got these gold plugs on them. So we know that's the 4G and that's the GPS antenna. And I've just routed them up through here down. I've taken this panel off the side here. So I've taken that panel off. Here are the 2 cables here. Put them in through there, and I'll put the GPS and the other cables, the other 4G cable maybe up here. So that's what I've got to so far. So now I need to, in fact I've got a wee shot of that in the back. So this is the back of the CD player, and there's a big plug here which we need to disconnect. We'll keep all these ones now. The other thing I need to make sure is I get this speaker down here somewhere, and watching not to foul the actual sliding drawer. It's going in and out, if you see that. So I think there's space over on the right hand side just to try and mount that properly in there. I'm not sure how well you can see that. Well, that's got to go in down there somewhere, so I'll put that in. And I think that'll let us have all the cables we need to connect the head unit. We also need to get these bits here reconnected, and I'm going to kind of just cover them with a bit of plastic because they're touch sensitive. I don't want them to be in there and touching, but I'm going to try and get them kind of tucked away in here. There's a bit of space there. There's probably a bit of space at that side as well, so that's where we are with that. But we'll bring the head unit out, get it connected to this cable here, which is an interface with the other thing, and we'll get these tied up. This is the wiring loom that comes with it. Looks complicated, but it's actually not. So we take the big plug from the back of the CD player, and there's both male and female. So this will plug into the back of the DVD player, and the DVD player will plug into the back of that. Then, if I can untangle the mess, we've got this part here that plugs into the Android head unit, and I've not quite figured, oh, this bit here plugs back into the HVAC unit, which is that cable there. So it does. So it's fairly straightforward. The only one I can't figure out is this is the left hand side control panel. I've just wrapped that, and we've got this interface cable here which will plug in to there like that. That will plug in to the original one like so. I'll probably move that cable. I'm struggling to figure out where this cable plugs into. Now it looks like possibly that. I'm not quite sure because these cables I would imagine all plug back into the same place. So what I'll do for now is I'm going to try and route the wee SIM card holder and the 2 USB plugs, which I'll probably never use. I'm going to try and route them down through here and back out just to go into the glove compartment. So it'll be a bit footery. And I say I still haven't figured out where that white cable this cable goes to. Yeah, but we'll get there. So I'll get them routed, then we'll come back, we'll get that plugged in, we'll get that all back in again. We're back at it again. So after doing a wee bit of reading, I think there's no real need to plug in the HVAC unit, because the plug at the back of this grey one plugs into here, and that plugs into the unit, and I think, I'm not sure about this one 100%, I think that might plug in there, then again I don't know. So we'll continue wiring it up. What I'll do is I'll just disconnect that again, and we'll get the DVD player in. We'll get that into position, and we'll get that cable down there, and we'll take it from there. So I've got that. These cables up at the road, that's going in there. That's the HVAC plug that goes in the bottom. So keep that out there. We'll see if I can get this all in properly. Cable's stuck as well. So that's that in. Right, let's see what that is. So we're just going to try and join these cables up. So we've got two antenna. We've got a microphone which goes in here. We've got the wee speaker cable. Yeah. That just says speaker on it. That's that one. Forgetting about this. So that's the left side, and that must go in there. There you go, you idiot, you've got that now. Probably because it was lying up there. So what I'll do is I think I'll screw that in. First we'll get these cables out of here. I'll route them in through the back because I probably need the space for that. If I don't drop them, that is, of course. Which I've just done. I'll get that one out here. Right, let me get the torch and stuff. Let's see. The left side's going into that one, to the unit. That white one in the unit is plugging in here. Now what I've got to do is get that in there somewhere. And with that other cable, and it just plugs back into its normal position. So let's get around the other side. That's the right-handed one. That fits in there. Let's see if I can get that in here. That looks alright. I'll try and get this one in there. I figure out how much space I've got for the back of that. It should be enough, but I'd like to get it in and give us plenty of room. That might be okay there. Because on this side of the unit, like so, that. Obviously never got it to click in right. That's better. That's going to go in other loom. So I think that's them all connected. I'm just going to shove that there for now. And I'll try and get this stuff in the bottom. Right, let's grab the key and we'll see if we can get it to power on. I'll probably come up with some kind of error because the HVAC system's not in yet. Right, so I've got Android. This is just to see if it actually works or powers up. I'm not sure whether you can see that on the screen. Once I get it in properly, I will.
Former Liverpool, Aston Villa and Wales striker Dean Saunders. Now every morning here at TalkSport we bring you our daily racing tip.
So that's interesting because that's the radio station I had it on prior to taking this off. And there's the original one. Brilliant. Right, so that's us got it in. A wee bit footery to get all the cables in there, but it's in nonetheless and working. We've got the HVAC system on, we've stuck these two side panels on. What we need to do now is, obviously that frame that came with the original, we don't use that. We need to make sure we wire our antenna, 4G antenna and what do you call it, 3G, 4G antenna and the GPS aerial, so we'll probably just run them up here and put them up here somewhere. But the last thing we've got to do is to try and modify this. So this bezel in here doesn't really fit that new screen, and they provide you with another one that sits in that recess in there. So the idea is to try and get this black bit out here. I'm not 100% sure if the silver bit remains in there. Plus it looks like it's got a number of these small pre-moulded clips on it holding that in, so we need to cut them away. I've taken some of these wee clips off here. There's one there, and they just pull off basically. Well, on you go. And, I'm not sure what they're actually holding in, to be fair. There's another one. It's a bit tight, that one. I'm going to break my fingernail. There's another one, another bit like that. So that's going to come off. So the wee clips just seem to be holding that into place. So I think the ones we need to just kind of pop off are these. And I think we're just going to have to break them off. So I'll have a go at that. Got a wee pair of pliers, I'll just clip them away and we'll try and get that bezel out of there. It looks as if this part here is part of this bit here, so we just need to clip them off. I don't know whether to get a wee Dremel or something just to try and pop them off, so I'll leave that with me. So I've tried one, and I'm using the wee Dremel, a wee diamond tipped burr on it, just to kind of grind that away. And all you want to do is take them out to allow that wee part to lift up in here, that in there, and that'll let the bezel come out. So I've got that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Oh God, there's more up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are a few there, so I'm going to work my way through them and try and pop that off as neatly as I can. Right, that didn't actually take that long. So I've cut all the wee bits off it, and hopefully that should pop out. And it looks a wee bit sticky, that one. There we go. And that's that bezel out. Just all these wee bits here, and we'll have a look and see what the news bezel looks like. I don't know whether I'm going to have to glue this in or not. I think we need to take this silver trim off, and that must go around that edge there because there's a bit of a gap, but it definitely sits in there. And I think possibly could put these wee bits in here. Yeah, I might just do a bit of a wee spot of glue in there, but I'll try and get this off the silver trim. It's going to go on there, so I'll take it. It's going to go on here. It's going to clip on here, so it has got the wee notches for it. This is where you don't want to break anything, be a wee bit gentle with that. So there you go, that's that on. That there, sorry, upside down. It goes like that. So I'll tidy this up. I might put a wee touch of glue on this just to hold it in position. A wee bit of super glue or something like that, just so that it doesn't fall out. So that's us finished. That a wee quick clean. Basically dropped a wee bit of super glue in there. It's fairly solid, and now I will get it into the car. Make sure these clips are all lined up because it is pretty slack, this, and we'll put that back in and see how it looks. That should just basically fit over there. That's a bit better. Feels that that's bouncing out there. I don't want that. That's nice and solid at this side, although it's a wee bit bendy. Let's just have a look at that. Yeah. Let's get in there. Doesn't seem to be a clip up the top for that. So 1, 2, 3 up the top, 1, 2, 3. Looks as if there's one missing there. Let's get in the bottom. Let's try again. Yeah, so back again. It's the volume buttons are working. And that's all working. Menu. Okay. Back to that. So if you hit the car, that's the original car settings, which was quite good. The one thing that people talk about is the massage seats. Now there is a button here if I can remember. I think it's seats, and it appears up here. So we can put the massage seats on from here, or can we? That's interesting. Put that off. I'll try that seats. Massage on. It's not good. I've got to climb it. Seats. It definitely appears up here, but I'm not able to do anything with these, which is not great. I can't get the massage seats to work. So when I press that button, that appears. It's not shutting off unless I press that button. Well, that's us. Managed to get it in properly. We got that all fixed properly. So it took us a wee bit of time to figure out what we need to do with this. And you see I couldn't get some of the things working, and I'll show you something that we probably should have watched in the instruction video, but here you go. There is a way you need to configure the screen to match your car, and particularly to get the original Land Rover applications working on it. Apart from that, it looks fine. It's all nice and neat and tidy. I've still got a lot of playing about to do with it. I'm just waiting this starting up now. So there's the main interface. Hope we can see that without too much reflection. So when I was going on to the car, which is the original Land Rover interface, you'll notice that none of these buttons were working, and you'll notice now it all works the way it's supposed to be working. Extra features, cameras. I know I've got a broken camera, but that all works. We've tested all that. I'm trying to think what else. Everything else works on here. All the buttons down here, these buttons are slightly different from the original, whereas the navigation's up here and the phone's down there, but that all works. Says I. That used to work. So what you've got to do is, firstly probably watch the video it comes with, or ask for the video. And if you go to settings, you need to go to the screen parameter and start selecting the screen, where it's a capacitive screen or resistive screen. I don't know if I said that right. So you pick that dual view, then there's 6 templates that you've got to get the original screens to match these menu buttons here. I think one I picked was 6 because it looked the same, although these are the wrong way around. Then you've got to make sure you pick this one here. You can get through this menu, and again the video will take you through that. It comes with the Android head unit, so we had to mess about with that quite a bit. Prentice Pat was here doing that. We've probably got it working as best we can. Pretty good actually. So we've got into media. This is the media that comes with it, and what you've got to do to get that to work, because we're a bit stumped with that, is to put it onto auxiliary. So I think it's mode, so it said auxiliary there. That's the TV, which still works by the way,
and will continue to remain as our operational tempo increases. As your director, I take full responsibility.
So that works. Turn that down. Get into mode again. This will be the radio, like the BBC Radio 2, then it'll be DAB radio. That's the DAB radio. And there's the auxiliary. So you select auxiliary, and that's you got the media for this. It's quite good. So that's how it took us a bit of time to get that working, which is fine. Video works fine. This is the Beijing roast duck video you get in them all, but that all worked. Let me go back to the start. The this what do you call it, the massage seats. So what you've got to do is go into the car, the original video, press the massage seats down here, that comes up, and that all works now the way it's supposed to work. Temperatures, I can hear it coming on now. For your heated seat, massage seats on and off, massage, the usual stuff. Just to get that off there, I'm going to climate seats. I'll put that off. There we go. The other thing that worked, I didn't think would work, was the rear media. So I've checked that all works the way it's supposed to work as well. To be fair, I haven't tried the headphones on it, but I'm assuming they're going to work. But everything else works. So aye, pretty good. It's got Google Maps on it, as you'd imagine. All that kind of stuff. And it's got all the kind of usual apps that you can download. Typical Android. For example, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. I think there's more over here. And it's got, for those that want it, the Apple CarPlay, where you press that wee button there and you pair it, then you get Bluetooth music. I'm not into Apple CarPlay or anything like that, but it's all seems to work anyway. Tried it with Pat's iPhone. So all in all, a wee bit of footering about. The installation itself was fairly straightforward. I think it's just setting it up. You basically got to try and match that media screen with your existing settings, as I say, through that screen parameter set up there. That's what you really need to do, and you can mess about with that for quite a while, which we did. But we eventually got it working. It remains to be seen how good it is, but it looks nice, I suppose. But we'll test it. I'm going to maybe buy a 4G SIM card for it, or connect it to my phone, one of the two. So that's that, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate that. It was maybe a bit long-winded going through that. I'm sure you can start and stop the video yourself and see what we've done. But thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers for now.